Welcome back to Meals to Unalive For. I'm Jody Breton, and this is where food and memory meet, and not everything stays in the past. Let's get into it. Today, we're talking about the Bloody Benders, and we're making beer rocks. In the early 1870s, along a lonely stretch of trail in southeastern Kansas, travelers began vanishing. No gunshots, no witnesses, just horses wandering back without their riders, wagons abandoned, and families who never reached their destination. What authorities eventually uncovered inside a small prairie cabin would shock the nation: a trapdoor beneath a bed, a blood soaked hammer, and a shallow orchard graveyard hiding at least 11 bodies. This is the story of the Bloody Benders, a family who may have been America's first serial killers and who disappeared without a trace. The family consisted of four members: John Bender Sr., Elvira, known as Ma Bender, John Jr., and Kate Bender, the youngest, who claimed to be a spiritual leader and medium. Neighbors described the elder Bender as strange and barely fluent in English. John Jr. was known to laugh at inappropriate times, and some thought he might not be mentally stable. But Kate was different. She was charismatic, educated. She advertised herself as a clairvoyant who could heal illness and communicate with spirits. She even held gatherings inside the small one-room cabin, drawing curious travelers and believers alike. The Benders operated a small inn and general store, offering meals and a place to rest for passing through. And that's exactly what made them so dangerous. The Bender cabin was deceptively simple. A curtain divided the room; in the front, a small store and dining area; in the back, the family's living quarters. When a traveler stopped in for a meal, they were seated at the head of the table, their back positioned against a canvas curtain. Behind the curtain waited one of the Bender men. At the right moment, the victim would be struck in the skull with a hammer. If they weren't dead immediately, their throat was cut to finish the job. Then came the final step: a trapdoor beneath the bed. The body was dropped into a cellar below, stripped of valuables, and later buried in the orchard behind the house. The Benders didn't just kill for survival, they killed for money, taking horses, cash, and belongings from their victims. And they likely chose targets carefully: lone travelers, families without close ties, men carrying cash for land purchases. For months, possibly years, they got away with it. By 1873, people began to notice a pattern. Dr. William York, a well-known physician, went missing while searching for his brother. His disappearance raised alarm bells. When his brother, Colonel Ed York, began investigating personally, suspicion started circling the Benders. Soon after, neighbors gathered for a search of the area. The Bender cabin was empty. Food was still on the table. Livestock wandered loose. But the family was gone. When the cabin was examined more closely, investigators noticed a foul smell. Beneath the trapdoor, the cellar floor was stained with blood. Then came the orchard dig. One by one, bodies were discovered. At least 11 confirmed victims, including Dr. York. Some reports suggest there may have been more. Men, women, even a young girl. Bludgeoned, throats cut. Despite nationwide manhunts and multiple arrests of suspects over the years, the true fate of the Bloody Benders remain unknown. Some claim they fled west. Others believe they changed identities and started over elsewhere. There were even rumors that vigilantes caught and killed them quietly, but no proof ever surfaced. No confirmed trial, no confirmed graves, no final answers. And that mystery is part of what keeps their story alive, because somewhere in the American frontier, a family built a home not just to shelter travelers, but to hunt them. The Bloody Benders weren't mass bandits or lone madmen. They were a family. They shared meals with their victims. They spoke to them, they prayed with them, and then they killed them. If you ever find yourself imagining the Wild West as a place of a simple pioneer life, remember the cabin in Kansas, because sometimes the greatest danger wasn't out on the open trail. It was the warm light in the window inviting you inside.